Hi, my name is Heather Slesser with the University of Wisconsin Extension in Marathon County. Today we're going to discuss straw bale gardening in large round bales. When you are considering whether or not a round bale or a straw bale garden is right for you, there are several advantages and disadvantages to consider. Some advantages. It's good for restricted spaces, so if you have a patio or a concrete slab but you don't have a lot of soil area, then using a straw bale is very advantageous. Also, the straw bales, as they decompose, generate some organic material that can be used in later years. There's minimal soil preparation that is needed when using a straw bale because the straw bale acts as your growing medium. There is less weeding and soil-borne diseases because you are using a straw bale that doesn't have a lot of seed source residue in it. Also, because of the added height, straw bales are good for persons with limited mobility. Now, there are also some disadvantages of using a straw bale. Straw bale gardens require 11 to 14 days of preparation time. You have to start breaking down that bale, getting it ready for your plants to grow in. If you are growing larger, tall plants such as tomatoes and corn using a standard traditional bale, you will want to stake it into the ground to give it more stability. With the round bales, the taller plants can be planted in the center and staking doesn't seem to be as necessary. Straw bales will require more water and fertilizer because the water will saturate and go straight through the straw bale. You will have to repurchase your bales on an annual basis because they decompose and degrade. Slugs and mushrooms are a common issue with straw bales, however they don't pose any threats to your harvest or your vegetable crop. And unfortunately, straw bales are not suitable for all crops, so you got to sort of watch and try it out and see what works for you. In this video, we are using large straw bales. The first thing that we do for these large straw bales is we want to wrap them with plastic a couple of times. And the main reason that we are wrapping them is to provide stability to the bale as it degrades. If you are using smaller straw bales, such as a square bale, you can, instead of wrapping, just twine it a couple more times. And that way, as the original twine begins to decompose, you've got more strands of twine to help it. You can also stake the bales on either end to help give them more stability as well. For the large round bales that we are using here, since they are so large, we want to cut them in half. By cutting them in half, we're actually getting 2 growing surfaces out of 1 bale. So that's giving us more bang for our buck, so to speak. One thing I'd like to caution you on is make sure you're being careful when you are cutting your bales in half. After you have your bales ready and you want to start planting in them, you want to keep in mind you can't prep immediately. You've got that 11 to 14 days where you have to condition the bale. So on days 1 to 3, you're going to water the bales thoroughly and you're going to keep them damp. This sort of provides saturation to that straw, gets it rehydrated. On days 4 to 6, you're going to apply about a 1/4 cup of urea daily. And that's for a regular small square bale. So you're going to want to increase that size depending on the size bale that you are using. You really can't overdo it. So make sure you're doing that every day on days 4, 5, and 6. And water well. On days 7 and 9, or 7 through 9, you're going to cut this back to about a 1/4 cup of urea, so about half of what you were using on the previous days, and again continue to water. What you will notice is that during this time frame, the bale is going to start to heat up. That nitrogen in the fertilizer will start to break down that bale, and you'll get some decomposition going on, so you'll start to see it heating up. On day 10, you're going to quit doing the fertilizer. However, you want to continue keeping it damp, and that's true until you're ready to plant. You want to continue keeping it damp. On day 11, you're going to start testing for the temperature. So when we do soil temperature or when we take bale temperatures, you want to check it either with a thermometer or dig a little bit out, stick your hand in there and see if the temperature feels like it's below your body temperature so you can withstand the touch, it just feels warm to your hand, then you should be safe on either planting transplants or seedlings. When you plant the bale, you want to apply some growing medium. If you're using seedlings, you're going to need more growing medium than if you're using transplants, and that's just so you can give them a little material to get started in. If you're planting seeds, Make sure you're doing the spacing that's recommended on the packet. With transplants, depending on the plant that you are growing, will dictate how much space you need in between. Continue to water them. Remember that your straw bale is going to need more water than a typical garden would because it doesn't hold that moisture as well. You're going to watch them grow, and eventually you're going to enjoy the produce. Thank you for watching this video, and we hope you learned something.